Very good morning to you all, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Children, please mute yourself.
Okay, teacher. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Deepanshu, stay muted, no? So children, as you all know that we have started the revision classes, isn't it? Because in the month of December, you will be having your summative assessment 1, which is half yearly. Okay, so today let's get started with the revision of unit 2. And as you can see on the screen, children, there are 2 lessons in unit 2, which are the poem Noses and then the story, The Little Fir Tree. First, let us quickly revise the poem Noses. Okay, let's all sing together, children. The poem Noses is written by the poetess Eileen Fisher. Don't forget this, children. This is a very important question that might come for the exam. Okay, now let's all sing together, children. Noses. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. Let all your lips move. Vishwanath and Pavitra, you're not singing. Yes, sing along. Okay, let's start then. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows, stuck right out where all of it shows, with 2 little holes where the breathing goes. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair. And between there isn't much space to spare, with my nose like a handle sticking there. If ever you want to giggle or and shout and can't think of what to do it about, just look in the mirror and then no doubt you'll see how funny your nose sticks out. So children, here you can see that there is a little girl in the poem, isn't it? So what does she do? She looks into a mirror. And what does she notice? She obviously, when you look at a mirror, you see your reflection, isn't it? So when the girl looks at the mirror, she sees herself, and then her gaze falls upon her nose, and she starts thinking it is the funniest thing that she has seen, because a nose sticks out. How does it stick out? Just like a door handle. It sticks out in the center of your face. So the girl thinks that it's a very funny thing. It can be seen just between your hair and then your chin. So nose is placed in the middle of your face between your hair and your chin. And it sticks out in such a way that all of it can be seen properly. So the girl feels it's a funny thing, and she compares it to a door handle. And she also says that, children, if ever you feel bored and feel that you need some kind of refreshment, what you can do is just look at yourself in the mirror and look at the nose, and you will see that it's a funny thing, and that thought will give you a giggle or a laugh. Okay, so this is the poem. It's a very simple poem. Let me just take you through a few probable questions that may come from this poem. Okay, look here, children. In the first stanza, I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. So one of the probable questions that can come here is from this stanza, if at all it is given, is pick out the rhyming words from this poem. Okay, rhyming words. What are rhyming words? Rhyming words are words that begin with a different sound, but they end with the same sound. So let's try to find out a pair of rhyming words from the first stanza, children. Just look here, children. At the end, you will find nose grows. See, these 2 words start with a different sound, but they end with a similar sound, isn't it? So nose grows. Suppose if you are asked to write a pair of rhyming words from the poem, you will have to look for such words which end with the same sound or similar sound and write them down. Clear? Again, if you want, see, shows, goes. Understood? Just nod your head if you have understood, children. Okay, yes, very good. So let's revise a few questions that might come, that are very important from this poem, children. Let me share another screen with you. Now, I want you to read these questions one by one. Yeah, Ujjwala. Yes, you can unmute yourself, Ujjwala. Please read the first question for teacher. Yes, Ujjwala, can you hear me? I think she cannot. Okay, Somita, you can unmute yourself, my dear, and read the first question for teacher. Somita, can you hear me? Please nod your head. You can unmute yourself. Nod your head if you can hear the teacher. Okay, then unmute yourself now. Click onto that microphone symbol. Okay, very good. Now read the first question, my dear.
Name the
Yes.
poem of
Poet.
of the
Very good. Make it fast, my dear.
poem
Poem. Yes. What's this? Noses. Okay, thank you, Somita. Okay, Bhumika, please read the answer for teacher. So we have, you can unmute yourself, Bhumika. Okay, please read the answer for teacher. So the question is, name the poet of the poem Noses. Answer is?
the poem of the poet of the poem Nose is
Aileen Fisher.
Delhi Fisher.
Aileen, A-I-L-E-E-N is Aileen Fisher. Okay, thank you, Bhumika. Now, Nandini, would you please read the second question for me?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
What
Please.
What did the girl look into?
Yes, what did the girl look into? Read out the answer also, Nandini.
The girl looked into a mirror.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much. Now mute yourself. The girl looked into a mirror. Now the third question that we have here is, what does the girl find between her hair and chin? So between her hair and chin, what does she find? She finds her nose. So the answer is, the girl finds her nose between her chin and hair. Next question. Okay, Amrita. Please unmute yourself, Amrita. And read the first question.
What does the girl compare her nose to?
What does the girl compare her nose to? Thank you so much, Amrita. Varshit from 4th A. Please unmute yourself and read the answer for teacher. Fourth answer.
This girl compares her nose to a door
handle. A door handle. Thank you so much, Varshit. Now mute yourself, my dear. The girl compares her nose to a door handle. Now, Devira, please read the fifth question for teacher. Where did Devira go? Devira. Okay, I cannot see. Samuel, please unmute yourself and read the fifth question.
Why does the girl call her nose funny thing?
Yes, thank you so much, Samuel. Why does the girl call her nose a funny thing? Yes, Madhavi, please read the answer, fifth answer. Unmute yourself first. Madhavi, are you there? Okay, children, let me read it out because it's time consuming. Okay, the girl calls her nose a funny thing as it sticks out like a door handle. Okay, now somebody is unmuted. Please mute yourself. Okay, our next question is, how does our nose help us? We all know, children, how does our nose help us? It helps us to breathe. We take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide with the help of our nose, isn't it? And also it helps us to smell things, right? So these are the possible questions that might come from the poem Noses. Okay, I will just send it to you so that you can go through before the SA-1 exam. You can go through it, right? Now let's quickly revise the lesson, The Little Fir Tree. Let me share another screen with you, children. Can you hear me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, now stop. Please stop and mute yourself, children.
Ma'am, you can. Ma'am, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
I did not give you the attendance because my keypad is not working.
No, I see, children, whoever joins for the English class should stick till the end of the class, because the attendance will be taken at the end of the class. Even if I get disconnected for a while, I will still be joining the class. So you will have to be patient, not to leave the class. Stick in the class so that you get your attendance, okay?
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
now all of you mute yourself. Be responsible, children. All of you go and press that microphone. Okay?
Can I please read it?
No, we don't have time to read the whole lesson, my dear. Just I will tell you the gist of the lesson. Okay? In this lesson, we have a magician, a person who can use magic. So we have a magician by name Shetty. Look at the spelling of Shetty, children. S-H-E-T-T-Y. So he was
Shetty.
You don't have, please don't repeat. Please don't repeat. Just listen, okay? And he was returning home. Then something happens. It starts raining, and he wanted to take shelter. So he looked around and he found a little fir tree, and he ran and took shelter under the fir tree so that he would not get wet. And after some time, the rain stopped, and Shetty was very happy because he did not get wet at all. So what did he do? He wanted to thank the fir tree. So he said he wanted to give the fir tree some reward for helping him not get wet in the heavy rain. So he grants the fir tree 4 wishes, and he goes on his way home. Now,
Ma'am, some background noises is coming in class.
please unmute yourself, children. No, sorry. Please mute yourself, children. Okay, right. So the magician goes on his way, and then the fir tree is left with 4 wishes. So fir tree was not happy with its needle-like leaves, because no birds would ever come and make their nest on the fir tree. So the fir tree was not happy at all. It wanted to have normal leaves like the other plants. And surprisingly, the next day, the wish of the fir tree comes true. It got normally plant leaves just like other plants, and it was very happy. But then this happiness was short-lived, because soon a goat comes and eats away all its leaves. And now the fir tree becomes sad. It didn't want a goat to come and eat its leaves. So the fir tree thinks it was not at all a good thing to have normal leaves. It thought it would be nice if it had golden leaves. So then, by next day, again,
Good morning, ma'am.
whoever joins late, don't disrupt me. Clear? This is not the time to join. Yes. So now, the next day, please mute yourself, children. So the next day, the fir tree gets golden leaves, and the tree is very happy again. But something happens. A man comes along and he steals all the gold leaves. Now this tree is sad again. It didn't want to have gold leaves or normal leaves like any other plants. Now it wished to have glass leaves, because goats cannot eat glass leaves, isn't it? And nor can any human being steal glass leaves. So then the next day its wish came true and it had glass leaves. But that night, what happened? There was a storm, and in the storm all the glass leaves were broken and they were scattered everywhere. Next morning when the tree woke up, it was very sad because it didn't have any leaves at all. All the glass leaves were broken. And then it wished it was better to have its needle-like leaves. So its fourth wish was to have its old needle-like leaves. And because the magician had rewarded 4 wishes, the 4th wish of the fir tree also comes true. By next day, the fir tree gets back all its needle-like leaves and it's very happy. And it realizes that one needs to be happy with what God has given, because there are so many other people around who do not have whatever facilities we have. So we need to try to be happy with whatever God has gifted us. Okay, so this is the lesson, children. Here from this lesson, no question answers will be given. Just a passage or paragraph from the lesson will be given, and a few questions from the paragraph will be given.
This lesson.
Yes, from the Little Fir Tree. Now, let me share you another screen. Yes, somebody was asking.
Ma'am, today you will send the Google form?
Yeah, yes. After revision.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning.
Ma'am.
Please mute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Children, please mute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
I don't want any good morning from latecomers. Let me be very clear on that. Yes, you cannot disrupt the class after joining late. Whoever joins, mute yourself, touch the microphone. Okay, put everyone in mute.
Ma'am, now this lesson, ma'am.
Who is asking that?
Ma'am, now this lesson ready.
Gautam? It's Gautam, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Gautam, listen to me for a moment, you will understand. Okay?
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, in between, don't go to ask so many questions. Just listen for a while, you will understand what is happening. Now, children, from the poem Noses, we have covered the possible or important questions. Now, let me show you what type of question would come from the lesson, The Little Fir Tree. Look here, children. Please nod your head if you are able to see the screen, children. Just nod your head. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Yes. Okay. Now here, read the given passage and answer the following. Such type of questions will be given, so you don't have to learn all the comprehension questions I had given you as notes. Okay, so your reading and understanding of the lesson is more than enough for the exam. Here, see, look here, there is a paragraph taken from the lesson. Okay, Takshit, please unmute yourself. Takshit, would you please read the first paragraph for teacher? Can you hear me, Takshit? Takshit, can you hear teacher? Somebody is unmuted. Yes?
Was happy that he did.
Takshit, there is some disturbance in the line.
Thank you.
Takshit, please mute yourself.
Thank you have been kind to me. I would like to you ask for 4
wishes, and I will grant them, said the magician. Thank you, Takshit. Please mute yourself now. Now see, children, a paragraph from the lesson will be given like this, and all the questions that follow it will have answers from the paragraph itself. So you don't have to worry. If at all you don't know the answer for a particular question, just go back to the passage and read it again. You will find the answer. Clear? The first question is, what stopped soon? Please look here. Soon the rain stopped. So the answer is given in the passage itself. So the answer for this question is, the rain stopped soon. Second question is, why was Shetty happy? Let's go back to the paragraph, children. Shetty was happy that he did not get wet. So the answer is given in the passage itself. So the answer for this question is, Shetty was happy because he did not get wet. Third question is, who did Shetty thank? Look here, children. Thank you. You have been kind to you. The magician is addressing the fir tree. So Shetty thanked the fir tree. Okay. Harsha, please unmute yourself and read the fourth question for me. Harsha from 4th C.
What river did SH?
Yes. Once again, what reward did Shetty? Okay, mute yourself. There is some problem with the connectivity. Okay. Thank you, Harsha. What reward did Shetty grant the tree? Shetty granted 4 wishes to the fir tree. Now, the final question is, this is very important. Such type of questions also may come. Even the answer for this question is also given there in the passage. Okay. Find out the opposite of the word started from the passage. Now, look here, children. Started. Opposite of it is, see, soon the rain stopped. So what is the opposite of the word started? Stopped. So you will have to look for the opposite for a given word in the passage itself. Okay. So the answer will be, the opposite of the word started is stopped. Okay. Now let me walk you through the Google form or the revision test which I have prepared for you. I don't want anyone to say the answers. Just I will take you through the questions so that you know how to attempt each of the questions that are given there. See, children, if you can see the screen, please nod your head. Okay, thank you so much, Arna. Okay, Harsha, thank you. Now, look here. Last time also, around 67 of you have done it, so you know how to do it. But still, let me just explain it to you once again. It will be helpful for those who did not attend my last class. Okay, so first thing you need to do is write your name. When you write your name, look here, children, you need to write first letter in capital letter. See, my name is Divya, isn't it? Now the next question here is, so after you have written the name, here there will be a blank. There you need to write the name. Okay. Then comes class and session. Don't forget these two things. Even if you forget class and session, you should not forget to write your name, because even if you send it, I will not be able to know who has written the exam. Now comes the first question. Read this stanza from the poem Noses and answer the following. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair, and between there isn't much space to spare with my nose like a handle sticking there. Now here, children, there is a blank here. You don't have to. Yes, Harsha. Ask me. Harsha, I cannot hear you at all. You increase your volume. Increase the volume of your device. I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. I don't know, my dear. I'm sorry. I cannot hear you at all. Yes. Try again. Try again, Harsha. No, I cannot hear you. Maybe you can send me your doubt on WhatsApp. Okay. So what did the... Yes? Okay. Yeah, so here there is this blank. You can completely avoid it because there is no question given there. The first question starts from the next slide. What did the girl look into is the first question. You will have to pick the appropriate or the correct answer. Okay. Second question is, what did the girl find between her hair and chin? Here again, go through the answers, options that are given and opt the correct one. The third one is, name the poet of the poem Noses. Children, you all know the answer here, right? Don't say the answer, just remember and click it when the Google form is given to you. Now, from the lesson, The Little Fir Tree, a paragraph is picked. Shetty the magician was returning home when all of a sudden it began to rain. It rained heavily. Shetty looked around for shelter and saw a pretty little fir tree. He ran towards it as fast as he could. So this is the passage, and based on this passage, you have a few questions, children. What is the name of the magician? It's very simple, isn't it? Yeah, you need to pick the right answer, children. Now, the fifth question is, what happened when the magician was returning home? Even this we just discussed. Sixth one is, which tree did Shetty run to for shelter from the rain? Even this answer you know. Now, here there is a picture given. Write the opposite of the given word. Okay, so a word is given heavy. Now you will have to write the opposite in the space that is given here. When you write your answer, always begin with a small capital letter and rest all should be small letters. Is that clear? Never write all the letters in a word in capital letter. Now, eighth question is, fill in the blanks using was or were. So using either of these two words, you will have to fill this sentence. The cows dash grazing in the field. Okay, so you will have to use that. Whichever is the appropriate or the correct answer, you will have to select that. Okay. Okay, our next question is, put the letters in right order. Look here, smile is the first word. Similarly, another set of jumbled letters are given. You need to arrange them to form a meaningful word. You can look for the word and write it. Here, write the opposite of the circled word. See, in this sentence, Reena won the race. There is a circled word, right? You will have to write the opposite, just the opposite of the word. Okay, no need to write the sentence, complete sentence, just the opposite. You have to write here and begin with capital letter, but rest all should be in small letter. And the last question is, pick the sentence with the correct punctuation. So whichever sentence follows the correct punctuation rules, you will have to pick that sentence. If there is a name, it should begin with capital letter, and the name of a place also should be written in capital letter, and a sentence should always end in a full stop. If a sentence follows all these rules, you can say that it follows punctuation rules. Okay, the rules of punctuation. So now, children, let me unmute you all. If at all you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Okay. Okay, children. So, see, as soon as we leave, I will be sending you these for the test. Okay. Now itself, try to do it. Don't be in a hurry. Whatever questions are given, attempt all the questions and send it to me. Okay. Clear? Any doubts from Unit 2?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Okay.
Can I leave now?
Yeah, you can all leave now, children. So thank you, children. Have a great day.